It's Young Flight on the beats.
The silver jacket body with Biafra gun. Umokoko, mad people everywhere. Dara. What you don't know is bigger than you. 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 Hey, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. This your G, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. Ah, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Mama, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. In this OG, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Sabotu as he dey pay me, oh, for you. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. When we talk about our freedom, we not go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. Yeah, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Mama, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. In this LG, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Sabotu as he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Yeah. Your voice 247. Love you, we love you, everything me blood brother man, you know. We go Chris. Cheer my God, I got Ross the man of God. Love you. Yeah. That's you know. Ikuku. Bad guy, you know. But the water master. Love you. I can't see how I go on. I get yellow, where's the minute? All them enemies of your fire. Mad people everywhere. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, now go the face. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, go now go the face. Yeah. He dey pay me, oh, for you. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. Africans, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. This your G, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Ah, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Mama, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. I don't know what's wrong with the reasoning ability of a blonde man. My God. So I'm on a maximum respect. Yeah. He dey pay me, oh, for you. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. Africans, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. This your G, he dey pay me, oh, gaga.
Makana wapana kamadu Muna fudu kwenanya Lepa mirirure Oge si makasuna no Oga think about your life Before the enter the story Ndi botu inusi Agwa wati mati anodi Eburisi ya na kresu Jiri ege kuma kwese Makano panu boko Opa tichiria, abona bosondo yango, ona yekuchiko na kanara. Asi maburo kuno mare, ya buru biyano, na mogara pala nango, sorondi bozo. Obado maketo, money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is our right. Papa Mubarak see. Na Biafra balamo, iyabuna nene kambu paraya no. Bakano jife mata wenyakaye, akalobe ilo leseya. Oye ufe upara nifeya, nkambu paruko. Biafra is my life. Biafra babalamo, I must go back to our land. And just the one who took off the 4 years ago. Gonna chop in mayor. Bongo Roger Kahana. Mano, yes, no, governor, Libu. West in Notre one Nigeria. Yabiko Solonga, Sala, Gausa, Kano, Zero, one neighbor. Makanobu, no, Gausa. As a good governor, he is. Not that you tap on the house of woman.
You're highly welcome, my wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. We are live and direct, as of course we continue enjoying with this very piece of music from a young Biafran.
Because the entire so Agwawati Matianodi, Eburisi Yana Tisu, Zuru Makano Panuboko, Opa Tichiria, Abona Bosson, Ona Yukuchikanakana. Asimaburo Bonomare, Yaburu Biaru, Namogara Palanamu, surrounding Boston. Money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is our right. Papa Mubaram see. Nabia Frabalamu. Diabuna Nene. Kambu Paraya no. Makanoji Femata Yakaye. Akaloge Ilo Nese. Oye Mufemu Parani. Biafra is my life. Biafra, I must go back to our land. And get one who took off the if I came here 4 years ago, gonna chop in mayor. Bongo Roger Kahana. Mano, yes, no, governor, Libu. West in Notre one Nigeria. Yabiko Solonga, Sala, Gausa, Kano, Zero, one neighbor. Makanobu, no, Gausa. As a good governor, he is. Not that you tap on the house of woman.
And I said before I speak to them, I also give my conditions, which I know they couldn't meet. It's not possible for them to meet it. And I did it deliberately, because I didn't want to speak to them. They sent Joseph Okaro to come to me, first to my parents. My father said no, my mother said no, that where I stand is where they stand, in life or in death. And they came to prison. I was even from DSS dungeon. The promises came. The vice president, anything you want. You have a very beautiful wife. You better go and enjoy her than being in prison. Wow. Anything you want. And I said no. That what I want is a referendum to determine if you good people want to be part of the zoo or part of Nigeria, or part of Biafra. Choose one, zoo or Biafra. They said no. And I see I got right to make contact. When I came out, I don't know if I've told this story before actually. And Ohaneze hijacked it. I went to see Niawode in his house. We sat down, had lunch together. And I told him what my conditions were to lift the boycott in Anambra State, which they couldn't meet. And I said to Nwodo very simply, go to Abuja and tell these people that these are what our people are asking for. I said to him, go and bring us something. Not for me, For everybody. He went there and started negotiating for a ministerial position for one of the children. I'm telling you, one of them is fact, ask him. Somebody asked him, but you people are being called to Asorok because of Nnamdi Kanu. Why didn't you tell him that you're going to Asorok? He said it is for Igbo leaders. And once the powers that be knew that he hadn't IPOB support, they just gave them 5 million naira for transport and dismissed them. Hadn't Nyawodo remained with me, when the governors called me, I told them the same thing in front of Professor Ben Wabese. They said, oh, but Nwodo, Soludo, Ebremadi is upstairs. Do I want them to come? I said, no. Government House Enugu. The former DSS director came with his bags of money in euros, in white sacks to bribe. Ask anybody working in Government House in Enugu. I said, no, I don't want to see them. Not because I want to be the only cock crowing, no. Because of consistency. Can you last? When you're tempted, are you going to succumb? Can you sustain this very effort we're making? So they have come. And I gave them my conditions which they can never meet. Open Warri Seaport, open Iguacha Seaport, open Calabar Seaport. Make Enugu an international airport where we can fly to US and come in at will. Build Iguacha Enugu, Onitsha Enugu Express Road. Complete second Niger Bridge. Simple. Are these things difficult?
No.
As I'm telling you this, go and ask them in Asorok, if your friends there. They have the piece of paper I gave to them. They ran away. Because some Igbo men were busy gossiping, saying if you allow him, when he finishes fighting Nigeria, he will come here and fight us and kill all of us. That's what they said. And you know one other thing they said? They told every Igbo billionaire around the world that nobody should give me one dime. Ask them that if you give Nnamdi Kanu money, he will go and buy weapons. That nobody should give me anything. I'm going here in Agabiga. You won't believe it. That we are here by the grace of Elohim, not by any of our strength, to be honest with you. Any day we are serious, the world will know. How do you want Canada to regard the Biafra referendum or even USA? The people that the ambassador knows are the governors, or maybe Hanese. Did you people not hear that British government went to Biafra land when I was in prison? Oh my goodness. The British High Commissioner was touring everywhere. When they wanted to kill me, went to Obi of Onitsha and asked him, what do we do to Nnamdi Kanu? That one said you can kill him if you want. They went to Atusia. Atusia told them you can never touch him. If you touch him, this person will burn. How many times has the US government been to Enugu? They go to Ohanese. I don't want to say it. They went to Ohanese and the governor. They asked them, what do you want? Oh, leave those rascals, leave them. Miscreants. We want restructuring. What they're asking for is untenable. But the same man said if there is no restructuring, they'll join IPOB to do Biafra, isn't it? Did he complete what he said? No. Is he doing what he said he's going to do? No. And you want me to work with these people? It's not going to work. I say, and I'm attached to know him. Everything I do, I say it in the open. Not gossip. And those that spoke to Uche, I am going to Chicago to broadcast live to the whole world and tell them they're in trouble. I've told them every time they contributed to IPOB will be announced for the world to hear. tell them there will be no hiding place for gossipers, in as much as I'm concerned, because I know what I've committed to this very movement. Not that I'll become Biafra president, no, so that I can take Nemeka and Nnabuike back to the land of his ancestors. So it's that same land that Chukwuka said, you people must be here. And then my wife, Mariano, I'm fighting for Biafra that we may be free. Thank you.
All right. Welcome, 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 my wonderful people of Biafra. Welcome once again to this very live presentation. We are live and direct. We will first of all listen to the broadcast of the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile yesterday. And then from there, we will analyze it properly for all Biafrans to understand. The template of where we are going and what we are fighting for. And of course, how it will all end. And it's going to end in praise. And Biafrans will be happy forever. I welcome every one of you. Please, once you are here, endeavor to welcome others. Very, very, very important. As we continue with this very live broadcast this very evening, Chukwu Okike Abiama bi n'eluigwe is bearing us witness. Today's date is 15th of August, 2024, and we are live and direct. And the voice you are hearing right now is, of course, your brother, or the Nanwa from Biafra Unite channel / television. We are live and direct. This very broadcast is not going to be as usual. It's not going to be as usual because the Prime Minister's address yesterday is extraordinary, quite different. He has not done that kind of address before, ever since he joined the Liberation for Biafra. So we have come this very evening to do the needful. I want every one of you to pay very good attention. Please, once you are here, endeavor to welcome others. We are not going to hesitate to jump into the discourse of the day. Let us pay very good attention and listen to the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njako.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, the press that have gathered here. Good evening, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. I greet all of you from a location. Today's topic is we must use our gun against the Nigeria terrorists. And of course, the Declaration of Independence, Biafra. I want to encourage Biafrans all over the world to stand very, very strong. I want to encourage the Biafra Defense Forces to hold their gun very strong. And they must stand on their ground. There is only one reason you have a gun. The reason is to fight and defend the land of Biafra. The second is to make sure those who come to kill our women doesn't come again and kill and go free. The third is to make sure that our children are protected. And also, we have the reason to go to our farmland and come back without getting killed. These reasons, you must be able to make sure that your guns continue to remain in your hand, irrespective of whatever. As we are getting closer and closer to the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, coming December 2nd, I want you to understand that in the coming days, there is going to be a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies, media propaganda, manipulation. You must not fall for it. You must not fall a victim of their media propaganda. Simon Ekpa is standing very strong on this planet Earth. I am marching strongly, getting stronger day by day. And I want to assure you that Simon Ekpa is not moved by any shenanigan, by any propaganda or name calling. I have decided to come.
That same word he said right now about the propaganda of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. That is exactly what you are seeing today. And of course, the Prime Minister made a tweet this very evening, and this is what he said. I have faced across several propaganda by the Islamic State media called Nigeria media. I really don't want to respond nor react to their stupidity, but on a second thought, let me drop a stroke to them. Allow the Nigeria Corrupt Media House and terrorist state to arrest and rendition Ekpa on the pages of their newspapers. After that, Ekpa will still liberate Biafrans from Nigeria, and the process will kick off officially on the 2nd of December 2024. He continued, they lied against the Finnish foreign minister to please their stupid ego, just like they do always. Go to their media pages. They claim that the minister told them that Ekpa case is in court. Imagine. Maybe there is another Ekpa, not my own Ekpa. You see, they lied to the people that the Finnish Minister of Foreign Affairs said that Ekpa's case is in the court, while no court has served the Prime Minister any paper to appear in Finland over the case of Biafra and the Zoological Republic. Are you paying attention? This is what is going on. Chai! Alo Melo. He said, I am not in any court, for I have not committed a crime. And they forgot that Finland is a civilized world. Now, you don't just go about arresting people without, first of all, having investigated that person and have a substantial information and the unquestionable evidence of the said crime that the person might have committed. And then you obtain warrant of arrest from the court. Then you go ahead and arrest that person. Unless he's a criminal who stole from a bank or shop. And then on the process of pursuing that same criminal, he will be arrested at the same time if being caught without obtaining warrant of arrest, because this one is emergency. Without any investigation, you can arrest a criminal that you catch at that very, scene of event. Not as a pure and obedient citizen, a law-abiding citizen going about his normal and lawful businesses. Then only that somebody laid allegation on him, you just go ahead and arrest that person. That is the zoo. It only happened here in the zoo. A civilized country, a civilized world can never operate in that manner. So, but they don't understand. Many of them don't even read. They believe that they are educated, they went to school, but they know nothing about civilization. They know nothing about what is happening outside there. Continue to report your junks. Why Biafra liberation will continue to gather momentum internationally. Today, I have the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans who voted for the self-referendum. Today, he is telling them that the Biafran government has over 50 million Biafrans signatures who have voted for the declaration of Biafra come December 2nd, 2024. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Even the 2023 presidential election, general election, all over the zoo, in a country that boasts over 230 million people, if you include Biafrans. If you include Biafrans, that same country not boast ordinary 5 million votes in total. No, ordinary 6 million votes in total. Out of over 230 million population, that same country could not be able to boast ordinary 6 million votes. Have you seen anything like that before? Have you seen anything like that? It only happened in the zoo. Only in the zoo. But Biafrans alone have proven beyond every reasonable doubt that they want exit from the Zoological Republic. That is the reason why within Biafra alone, over 50 million people have voted for this ongoing self-referendum, giving the mandate to the Biafran government to go ahead and declare Biafra for them. And 97%, if not 99% of the people who have voted in this very self-referendum have never voted before in zoo election, including me myself. I don't think I've said this before, that I've never voted in Nigeria before. I don't think I've said it. Including me myself. The other day I told you that I've never recited Nigerian national anthem before from A to Z and pledge. I don't know how to sing it. Some people did not believe it, but that is true. Today I'm telling you again, I have never voted in the zoo in my life, in my whole life. To vote during presidential election or governorship election. I've never done it before in my life. Can you imagine? So I'm using myself as civilized as my mind is. Yet I've never voted before. Now, what about those who don't even know what vote is all about? So I'm using myself as an example, meaning that over 99% of all these Biafrans that have voted for this very self-referendum have never voted before in the Zoological Republic election.
And also, we have the reason to go to our farmland and come back without getting killed. These reasons You must be able to make sure that your guns continue to remain in your hand, irrespective of whatever. As we are getting closer and closer to the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra, coming December 2nd, I want you to understand that in the coming days, there is going to be a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies, media propaganda, manipulation. You must not fall for it. You must not fall a victim of their media propaganda. Simon Ekpa is standing very strong on this planet Earth. I am marching strongly, getting stronger day by day. And I want to assure you that Simon Ekpa is not moved by any shenanigan, by any propaganda or name calling. I have decided to come this evening for this emergency space briefing to encourage Biafra people to understand that we are already at the end of the tunnel. And all you should focus on is making sure that the Biafra Defense Forces are well funded to be able to meet the challenges that is ahead of them in the coming months. I am here also to respond to the propaganda that they have been writing against the Finnish foreign minister. I want you to understand that Simon Ekpa is not breaking any law. The Biafra government in exile and both in the homeland has never broken any law. And we will continue to increase the pressure and the defense of our land brutally. Nigeria is a terrorist state, and so anybody fighting Nigeria to defend themselves must be well prepared and equipped. And that's exactly what we have done. We have equipped the Biafra Defense Forces to brutally defend our land. If we don't do that, Nigeria will eliminate us. Nigeria will wipe our history away. But this evening, I've just come to give a special briefing of the Finnish independence, because many of you do not know actually what Finland went through. Today, Nigeria, terrorist state, is planning to do what other people have done. What they plan to do is to enact laws, to enact law that will put fear and instill fear in those people that are fighting for their freedom and even agitating for whatever structure in Nigeria. What they try to do is what other people have done in the past. Russia did it. We were told that they enacted a law that those who are agitating for freedom will go to 25 years imprisonment. I want you to understand that it's a badge of honor. You must be very proud that you are part of the movement that have broken the camel's back, and they will make them to always do the mistake of enacting laws.
That means we are on the right track. If Russia enacted law to incriminate those who say they want to be free and govern themselves, the Finnish people, during their days, yet it never stopped the Finnish to fight for their freedom until they achieved it. It never stopped them. So, and the same Finland, they are now writing, meeting, dialoguing to hand them over their own citizen. Hey, Chineke kweli for John Owa.
In quest to quench the agitation for the independent state of Biafra. It means that the liberation of Biafra has attained a certain level that it has never attained even after the Biafra War. Because after the war, they did not think of enacting a law prohibiting or saying that anybody who agitates for Biafra again will be put to 25 years imprisonment. Owazirike came, they didn't enact the law. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came, they didn't enact the law. They kidnapped him, and then the Biafra agitation changed with real fighters. And today, they are enacting law that if you are agitating for Biafra, you are going to be jailed 25 years. Do not panic. We will never allow you or allow that such law to take effect. As a matter of fact, they think that we are actually joking in the freedom fighting. The declaration of Biafra is coming. So that law has no jurisdiction over any Biafran born on this planet. It will not. Now, let me tell you something. You know, Finland declared its independence on the 6th of December, 1917. But today, I want to tell you some of the secrets and some of the stories that you were never told about Finland. Now, I will somehow educate some of you on the history of Finland, what Finland went through. The proclamation of the Empress Elizabeth from 1742, subject of the independence of Finland. This independence of Finland was first mentioned in the 18th century, when present-day Finland was still ruled by the Sweden. Do you know that Finland was part of Sweden before Sweden ceded Finland to Russia? How many of you are aware? You don't know. You don't know that Finland was part of Sweden before Sweden ceded Finland to Russia. And on the 18th March, 1742, during the Russian occupation in the Russia-Swedish War between 1741 to 1743, the Empress Elizabeth of Russia issued a proclamation in the Finnish language to the Finnish people, asking them to create a Finland which would be independent from both Sweden and Russia in later years. This particular proclamation led to the preparation to create a kingdom of Finland in 1742. The Elizabeth nephew, Duke Peter of Helsing-Gottorp, who later became heirs to the throne of Russia, and Peter III was proclaimed King of Finland. However, the political situation outgrows the idea of Finnish kingdom, and the concept quickly evaporated. I want you to pay attention. They had from 1742 until 1788. That was another thing called the Angela Conspiracy. The Angela Conspiracy was a scam in 1788, between 1788 to 1790, as a response to the end Gustav III Russia War. And it included the independence of Finland to some degree. Several people involved were linked to the war-ordained Russian occupation and the plundering of the 1713 to 21 Greater Rot. This still in vivid memory when Finns waged partisan warfare against the Russians. A man called George Magnus, who took no direct part in the conspiracy, had written a proposal for a Finnish constitution. That was in 1786. This particular person later had a role in forming the autonomous Grand Duchy of Finland within the Russian Empire. That is what we have formed today, the de facto government. Is just a replica of, it is just a replica of what you know as the Grand Duchy of Finland. within the Russian Empire, as he became the first Governor General of Finland after Sweden ceded the rest of Finland to Russia. And this was in 1809, at the conclusion of the Finnish War. Now, Finland started what they call the rise of national identity. This was according to Professor Heiko, before a nation declares independence. I want you Biafrans to pay attention to the Prime Minister of the Republic of Biafra and Biafra in exile, government in exile, and of course the de facto government in homeland. Before a nation declares independence, it must develop a national identity and certain institutions. That is exactly what the Biafra government in exile and the homeland have done today. We have been able to develop more of the Biafra identity, national identity, and of course, many institutions of Biafra government. Governing bodies for Finland were developed after 1809, when it was elevated as a nation among nations. As declared by Alexander I, by becoming an autonomous Grand Duchy under the Russian Tsar. The date of Finland met regularly from 1863. The national identity grows simultaneously with a pan-European nationalism. Rundeberg and Lenroth created an idealized image of Finnish people and Finnish nature in the 1830s and 1840s. Also, the Snellman was a central person in national romanticism and modern nationality debate. He encouraged the use of the Finnish language instead of Swedish. Among the educated classes, during the Finland language strife, the Finnish mark was introduced as currency. Today, the Biafrans have introduced a gemma, exactly the roadmap, even when our own become very complex. While the Finnish introduced the mark as currency, we have introduced the gemma in this process. This particular mark was introduced in 1860 by the Bank of Finland. Today, Biafra has Bank of Biafra have introduced the gemma and Biafra coin. This particular mark, which Snellman pegged to silver instead of the ruble, during the famine of 1866, Snellman worked to obtain aid and distribute it in a country with low resources and undeveloped communication. I want you people to understand, I'm not going to give you the entire history of Finland, but there is a reason I have come this evening to tell you that I have become a stone. I have become a stone, and I will be the end of this whole thing. We will hand over freedom to our unborn generation. Not fight, not agitation, not liberation. We are handing over freedom to them. And if you find yourself in the midst of the generation that Simon Ekpa is leading today, you must be very proud of yourself. Today, our motto of freedom or die is Nigerians, we are not, or we are no more. Southeasterners, as Nigeria gave it to us, we cannot become. Biafrans, we must be. I want you to understand that in 18th century, the Finn adopted what they call the phenomenon motto. The phenomenon motto was, Swedes, we are no more. Russians, we cannot become. Therefore, Finns, we must be. Biafra are replicating this today, on this day, 14th day of August 2024, that Nigerians, we are no more. Southeasterners, we cannot become. Therefore, Biafrans, we must be. It is going to go from here going forward, our freedom or die motto and slogans. My fellow Biafrans, something may shock you today to know that even from the 1917 discussion, the first period of Russification of Finland, in the 1899, with the February Manifesto, a legislative act given by Nicholas II, when Nikolai was the Governor General of Finland. As a response, the cultural address pro-Finlandia was gathered with 523,000 names. I am telling you today that Finland conducted self-referendum in the name of pro-Finlandia signatures. Today, you can call it a referendum. They gathered 523,000 names that is supporting the freedom and independence of Finland. They gathered these names, and a delegation of 500 people was sent to St. Petersburg to deliver the signature of 523,000 names. Do you understand me? They took this step by themselves because Russia will never give them independence. They conducted the referendum themselves, gathered 523,000 signatures. Today, Biafra have gathered over 50 million signatures. Can you beat that? I am telling you, I will be the end of this whole thing. Forget all the nonsense in propaganda on social media. I am here physically. Finland gathered 523,000 names to declare independent. Biafra has gathered 50 million. 50 million Biafrans are still counting. After the Finland gathered 520,000 people, they sent 500 delegates to Russia. With those names they gathered to St. Petersburg to deliver it. The King resistance movement formed at this time in the 1901 in Russia tried to alter the nature of the Finnish army. I want you to understand that as Finland was gathering 523,000 names, they already formed the Liberation Army of Finland. Today, you can call them the Liberation Army of Finland. And in response to that, Russia formed what they call the Kagao resistance movement. They formed this movement at that time in Russia. They tried to alter the nature of the Finnish army with a new conscription law. This is something Nigeria is doing today, wanting to enact a law that will say anybody who is agitating for freedom will go 25 years. Russia did it to Finland. They want to enact a law called the conscription law in order to alter the army of Finland. They call it conscription law, which demanded that Finns not only defend Finland, but also fight for Russia on any front. You understand? They wanted to carry Finland by force by enacting a law. What Nigeria is doing today is exactly what Russia have done. My people just believe in what I'm doing. You see, Nigeria will bring it down this year. Nigeria needed to go down for people to survive. Now, Finnish resistance grew into a mass movement. Are you listening to me? Because of this, Finnish resistance moved into a mass movement, and only half of the eligible men reported for duty. The Bobrikov was shot in 1904 by Egon, who shot himself afterward. The Finnish newspaper, Päivalehti, which had been censored before, was closed permanently as a result of the editorial written about the assassination. Now, listen and listen attentively. The man who composed the Biafra national anthem, who is a Finnish man called Juan Sibelius, composed in memory of Skellman, the STEM ship SS John Grafton unsuccessfully attempted to smuggle large quantity of arms for the Finnish resistance during the Russo-Japan's War of 1904 to 1905. Even this Finland, people try to smuggle guns to give to Finland for their resistance army. The same thing we are doing today in Biafra land. It is a fight for survival. Today, people are bringing guns to Biafra to support us because we don't deserve to die. My fellow Biafrans, during the 1905 to 1908, a man called Leo formed a government and created a liberal democracy within the universal right to vote. Are you listening to me? A man called Leo Mechlin formed a government and created a liberal democracy with the universal right to vote and be elected. In 1906, the unicameral parliament of Finland was created with universal and equal suffrage. However, the power of the parliament was limited by the term from the 1908 to 1916. Now, I want everybody to pay attention. The second period of Russification of Finland. In 1908, the World War I led activist group to unite. Under Franz Albert, Bobrikov, successors of the Governor General, all legislation was moved to the Russian State Duma, which then pushed for laws restricting Finnish autonomy. Are you listening? They pushed for another law restricting Finnish autonomy. This is something that Nigeria, they are debating today, but they have made their end. Russia demanded higher payment, and the Senate of Finland was replaced with the Admiral Senate or a suburb Senate. Nicholas II pushed the complete Russification and the end of the Finnish autonomy in 1914. While Nigeria was being amalgamated forcefully, fraudulently in 1914, the end of the Russification of Finland started. The Finnish autonomy end of the Finnish autonomy started in 1914 in quest to stop Finnish freedom. But this was halted by the beginning of the First World War. The Jaguar movement was formed and sent first 200 and later 1,900 Finnish volunteers to Germany to be trained as Jaguars, a light infantry, for armed resistance. Are you listening to me? For armed resistance. The Finnish Jaguar formed 27 Jaguar Battalion. By the way, I served in the Jaguar Battalion of the Hammer Regiment in Finland. It's a historic battalion, as you're just hearing today. That was where I served in the Finnish military.
For those of you who have been doubting the Prime Minister, there's some time in the past they were carrying out propaganda that he went to wear military uniform and took picture just to do propaganda on social media. He is telling you, that is the reason why I told you from beginning that this kind of address made by the Prime Minister yesterday, he has never made such address ever since he joined the liberation struggle for Biafra independence. I told you from beginning, he has never done it before. That yesterday broadcast, should I call it broadcast or X-Space address, was top-notch. It is not just significant, but it is highly, I don't know which word to use, but this very address has been documented. It has been documented because he cannot be in Finland making a public address claiming to have served in such highly respected organization, and he is still in Finland. For those who were carrying out propaganda, it was a photo, he went to wear camouflage and took picture just to do propaganda on social media. Have you heard it for the first time? One thing about Mazi Simon Ekpa is that he is not a person that social media or media propaganda controls the life he lives. The skin, as in Anu Aroya, his skin, the too hard, is harder than that of hippopotamus. He has a very strong skin, harder than that of hippopotamus. So he's not moved. If not, this thing that he is saying today, he would have been running his mouth all this while when they were carrying out propaganda about that, military picture. He would have been singing it like song. Since more than 3 years now, he should have been singing that song. But when they were carrying out the propaganda, just cool down. Now watch everybody. Just looking everybody like those people carrying out that propaganda, he was just seeing them as fools. Because he knows himself. He knows that the picture that was circulated, that was widely circulated on social media, is not a propaganda, because this is his story. Someone somewhere sitting down in his bedroom writing nonsense on social media, and you want him to come out and start running on social media. I served in this place. And that's why I told you that he is not a person being controlled by social media or media propaganda. He knows the time to do his thing. You see, now that propaganda is dead. They no longer talk about it. And today he's telling you, look, this is where I served as a military officer in Finland. So that means the picture that you see is never a propaganda. Now, he cannot be in Finland as a public figure that he is in Finland and all over the globe, claiming to have served in such organization if it's not real. I especially saying it on media where the whole world is paying attention. Now let's continue.
The Jaguar Elite Infantry for Armed Resistance, the Finnish Jaguar formed the 27th Jaguar Battalion and were eventually sent to Libau to fight against Russia Empire. Sibelius composed Jaguar March lyrics written by Haig Nurumio, who served in the 27th Battalion. Now, I want all of you to understand that the February and October Revolution in 1917 ignited hope in the Grand Duchy of Finland. The revolution for Biafra hope is coming, and believe me, 1 month lockdown of the Nigeria institution is part of it. After the abduction of one of the men called Nicholas II on the March, 2nd March, just like they abducted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All these things you see today did not start from Biafra. They also abducted those who were also in the forefront of the freedom in Finland in those days. The Persian Union between Russia and Finland lost its legal base, at least according to the view in Helsinki. Exactly how everything have lost its legal base between Biafra and Nigeria, according to Biafrans in Biafra land. The same thing was applicable to Finland. As he was the Grand Duke of Finland, just the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. This man called Nicholas II was the Duke, the Grand Duke of Finland. Now, when he was abducted, the negotiation began between the Russian provisional government and Finnish authorities. That led to Power Act. The resulting proposal approved by the Russian provisional government was heavily rewritten in the Finnish parliament and transformed into so-called the Power Pact. I want you people to understand that even though we are not copying what Finland did, but there are similarities in it. And the history can go on and on and on. Similarity of the step and the template we are taking today to liberate you Biafra people from Nigeria and get you independent and get you lasting peace is almost similar to the Finland pathway to freedom. Today we have broken record as a government in exile and a government in the homeland controlling the territory of Biafra. And today we have recorded 50 million. I want you to tell me anywhere in the history of this world where a government in exile and controlling a de facto government have been able to conduct a referendum, beating and smarting the evil government in the homeland and having people in millions to vote. Today we recorded over 50 million votes, and the vote still goes on till November because of the situation on ground. We made sure that everybody will be given the opportunity to participate in giving their signature on Biafra referendum. Today, we are winning, and they are running, sending assassins to Finland, sending suicide bombers to Finland. And when they fail, they run back to Finnish authority each time they see them come to Africa. My fellow Biafrans, the people you saw being interviewed as the ministers from the Nordic country did not come to Nigeria because of Simon Ekpa. They came for the African Union or ECOWAS meeting. And of course, Nigeria Islamic and Caliphate State, Nigeria terrorist state, and their nincompoop media, they will not ask relevant questions. They are always after Simon Ekpa. They went and asked the Finnish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Elena, who is a very noble woman, about Simon Ekpa. They left the problem of Nigeria. They left the insecurity that Nigerian military have recruited Boko Haram and they are killing people in northern Nigeria. They are killing people in the Middle Belt. They are killing people in Biafra land, of which we are resisting. They left all the insecurity that Nigeria army, police, and all of them have created, kidnapping, abduction, killing, and all that. They left those concerns. They left the concern that Nigerians are protesting for hunger. They left those concerns, and their only concern is Simon Ekpa. What are you doing, Finland, to capture Simon Ekpa? I am telling you today, I am here, and nobody will capture me. I will fight this thing till the end of it, and Biafra will be declared here in Finland. And it will happen in the presence of all of you, and you will see how God is going to use me to save Biafrans from the hand of the Islamic jihadist government and terrorist government of Nigeria. I want you to understand that after Finland declared independence, they had a problem. They had a problem, oh my people, a problem of recognition. This same recognition that we are fighting today. Finland had a problem. And you know how many times they have declared independence in Finland? There was another declaration of 15 November. There was another declaration of the 1917. And November 27, 1917. So the declaration on the 15th of November, which actually changed everything about Finland pathway to freedom. Irving formed a Senate, which started on November 27, 1917. Its goal was to execute independence as soon as possible. The Senate returned to the Parliament with a declaration of independence and a proposal for the new Republican instrument of government on the 4th of December. The Declaration of Independence was technically given to the form of preamble of the proposition and was intended to be agreed upon by the Parliament. Parliament adopted the declaration on 6 December with 100 votes against 88. Do you understand that this Finland today, 88 persons voted against the Declaration of Independence of Finland, while 100 persons voted for it? So minus 88 from 100. How many did they give you? 12 or 22 was the winning number for the declaration of the independent state of Finland. Do you understand? They won the vote with 12 persons, ordinary 12. Ordinary 12. It was 100 against 88. So 88 Finnish people say, no to the declaration. Today, the same people who don't know this history, or maybe who know this history, will be telling you how certain person will be sitting on a national television and telling you, we are not for Biafra, I'm an Igbo man, I am a Joe, we are not for Biafra, but in Finland, 100 voted yes, and 88 voted no. Only 12 changed the fate of Finland today. This thing that all of us are joining today, only 12 persons make the difference. Now, after the declaration of, after the voting of 100 to 88 on the December of 1917, with reference to the declaration of 15th of November, are you listening? In the new declaration says, I want you to understand, the Finnish people or the people of Finland have by this step taken their fate into their own hands. Are you hearing me? After they voted by 100 to 88, they have the declaration wording, and it reads like this. The people of Finland have by this step, the step they are taken by voting to declare Biafra, which is exactly what we are going to replicate in Finland on the 2nd of December. After gathering our vote, we're going to count them, and we're going to know how many people have voted for Biafra. Now, a step both justified and demanded by present condition. Their present condition justify the step they have taken by voting to declare independence. They say that it is not only the condition, but also the present condition demanded by this present condition justify the means, justify the fact that they have voted for the declaration of independence of Finland. The people of Finland feel deeply that they cannot fulfill their national and international duty without complete sovereignty. The same thing we, the Biafra people, are feeling today that makes Simon Ekpa to become a terrorist, according to them. The reason why Simon Ekpa is the bad person in the eye of the enemy who have killed our people before the emergence of Simon Ekpa is because with Nigeria, Biafrans continue to be in Nigeria. We, the Biafra people, will never, ever fulfill our national and international duty without a complete sovereignty of Biafra state. That is the reason why Simon Ekpa and the Biafra government is doing what we are doing today. We have every potential to become the best in the world. We cannot attain this potential under Nigeria. Apart from the security issue, apart from the killing, the annihilation, the massacre and mass murder of the Biafra people, the marginalization, we can never ever attain our national and international duty without complete sovereignty nation of Biafra. The century-old desire for freedom awaits fulfillment now. This was the word of the Declaration of Independence State of Finland. This exact thing we will do in Biafra and for Biafra and in Finland in the convention. Now, Finland's people stepped forward as a free nation among the other nations in the world. The people of Finland dare to confidentially await how other nations in the world recognizes that with their full independence and freedom, the people of Finland can do their best in fulfillment of those purposes that will win them a place amongst civilized people. Are you listening? Now, after the declaration of Finland, a man called the Referendum immediately asked Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Germany, France to recognize Finland independent. The West, however, these countries, however, said they would wait until the former ruler, Russia, recognized the declaration. They did not recognize Finland. They didn't recognize Finland, though. They told Soviet to talk to Lenin Bolshevik government of Russia. The Soviet was hesitant to do this. This was hesitant to even talk to the government of Russia, as he did not want to recognize the Bolshevik as the legal ruler of Russia. He don't want to contact the Russian leader then because he don't recognize him as the Russian leader. But they asked him, Germany, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, asked him to contact the Russian government to recognize Finland declaration. He refused to do that. Are you listening? However, after this, besides, he thought that the Bolshevik government would probably fall soon. So he was believing that the Russian government then will fall. So the parliament decided to ask for the recognition from the Russian Constituent Assembly. Germany, which was middle of peace negotiation with Soviet Russia, pressured Finns to talk to Lenin and the Council of the People Commissioners. Svensson followed the advice as Finland wanted Germany's recognition as soon as possible. On December 18th, the Soviet Russian government issued a decree recognizing Finland independent. And on 2nd December to January, it was approved by the highest Soviet executive body, the All-Russian Central Executive Committee. This is how meeting is told, Svensson biography. Now, I want you people to understand that we are not expecting Nigeria, to agree and recognize Biafra after declaration. That's why we have guns to defend ourselves. That is going to happen. Now, they are already killing our people even before we started. They are already enacting law to jail you 25 years even before we started. So we are not expecting Nigeria to recognize our self-referendum. We're not expecting them, but we're going to approach them to that immediately after the declaration. My people of Biafra, the roadmap to Biafra freedom and independence is very clear. I don't know what is it that you do not understand on the template that Samonekpa is using. I am the pilot of this Biafra movement today. I am the pilot of the liberation of Biafra, and I am standing very strong. And I said, I will not pass this war onto our children. I will rather pass the freedom of Biafra and the freedom of speech and the freedom of association onto our unborn children. That's what I'm fighting. And this year, 2nd of December, will be the beginning of a new dawn and a new life and a path to peace, a pathway to peace and everlasting peace and everlasting peace and everlasting peace and everlasting and lasting peace in our region and within our people and within ourselves. My fellow Biafrans, I will take a few questions. Thank you for listening to this particular historic speech today and education. For those who are shouting, Finland is bringing Samonekpa. Samonekpa is not going anywhere. I will be here and finish this fight and free my people. Thank you. The media team, over to you, please. Sonny and Raphael, are you guys here?
PM, sir. Thank you, sir. Master Sonny, are you there? Thank you, sir. Now I'm going to be bringing in those of you that have listened to everything the PM have said.
It's young flight to the mix.
The silver jacket body with Biafra gun. Umokoko. Mad.
That it is like our history is intertwined. And so I'm going to be bringing you in. Please have to grab the mic. Please ask questions to the PM relating to exactly, bothering to all the things, the shenanigans happening and all the things the PM has asked about right now. Please engage in and very, very entertaining question. I'll draw them, let them come here. As I can see that the press are here. The press, you are also welcome to grab the mic and ask the PM questions, and he will be ready to answer your question. And first, with the hand up, is the mouthpiece of the gods. Please, mouthpiece, grab the mic, and you've got 60 seconds, please, and bring it on, please.
Thank you so much, Minister Raphael and Minister Simon Abarawa. Sorry, I greet you, Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. It's a very big privilege to be the first person to ask you this question. It's just as well, it's what is happening today all over the social media. So I just want to know how you feel. So if I go like this, is it that Nigeria didn't research about Finland, or some people are somewhere pushing Nigeria to dig their grave by this propaganda against Finland after they could not succeed in bribing Finland to repatriate you? Or is it that the gods of Biafra hardening their hearts so that they will be indeed buried like the Pharaoh of the old? I yield. Thank you. That's my question.
Thank you very much. Everything is happening according to how God have designed the history. If there is no this shenanigan, the history will not be very good when our children will be reading about it in the school. So this is something that is bound to, all these propagandas are bound to happen so that we will have it in the history. Remember that in Biafra, we are going to have a history, including even history that may not have anything to do with us. So we'll have those history, and our children will read the history to know, so that we'll know how to solve problems in the future and whatever the problems that might come across them. So we're going to have history in our school. So what is happening today is going to be part of the history. One thing is that I don't need to talk too much. Finland can never, ever repatriate Simon Ekpa. Never. Not in this world, not in the next world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. You made my day. Freedom, or they will all die. Thank you, I yield.
Thank you, mouthpiece of the gods. Thank you. Wow, that is affirmative and that is authoritative. And those of you that are doing playing hide and seek, we are Finland and Finland is us. All set to go. All right, let's move. Truth View, please. Bring up your question, please. Grab the mic.
Is someone speaking, because I can't hear anything?
Yeah, Sonny, maybe you may have to go out and come
Hello?
in again.
Hello.
Are you speaking?
Yeah,
Good evening.
Go ahead.
Good evening, dear friends. Good evening, my PM. Ikporo Ikajara Akaja, in the words of Master Prophet. Ikarakaria Uvankari. People have been disturbing. Please send this to PM. Please send this to this. Oh, look at Nigerian government wants to repatriate Simon. But I told them no. This man that you see is God sent. Forget about propaganda and any other thing. And according to their 25 years, let me tell Biafra people, 25 years to jail people. What about the people that they have killed? They have been killing us, and they are putting 25 years to jail us so that we stop Biafra. Does that make any sense? It's not a law. You have killed us, and because of it, we move for this very freedom. So jailing us doesn't make any sense. It is either freedom or freedom. So my PM, my question this evening is, what are we going to do? Begin now to do to be sabo in our midst, because they are many. Or can we fold our hands till Biafra come before we deal with them? Because it is our own people who are selling us out. This law that they are saying that they are taking out to the National Assembly, the zoo government, we have the people who said that they are representing us, even though that they are not representing us, they force themselves to represent us.
Let me tell you one thing. Leave internal issues to internal issues and the public issues to public issues. Leave Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. Thank you.
Thank you, my PM. Thank you. That's all right, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Truth View. Thank you very much. All right. The next person whose hand is up, let us invite Wanyoma. Please, 60 seconds. Make it count, please.
Hello, my PM. Good afternoon. I don't have any question to ask you. I don't have any question at all to ask you. I just want to thank you for everything you are doing for us. I want to thank you. And I want to pray that we continue to protect you. We continue to stand for you. Anywhere they are gathering against you, any plan that they are making against you, it will backfire upon them, upon their family, upon their generations. Anybody that said that Biafrans should not rest, only to kill them until you come out. Until you came, I know a woman that was killed in 3 years ago inside her farm with her house girl. The Fulani, they killed her, they butchered them. Nobody said something. Nobody found them. Today you are here. You are here to protect your people. We have died enough. We have died enough. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, Wanyoma. Thank you. Please, I would expect. Okay, PM is saying something.
No, I didn't say anything. I just wanted to thank her.
Okay, sir. Please, I would expect that. I know Wanyoma is very happy, and I want to appreciate PM. Please, I beg of you, come with questions. Unmute, Wanyoma. Sorry, I have to remove you. You are still unmuted, and your mic is disturbing. Please come with questions. As you're raising your hand, it means you want to ask questions. If you want to appreciate the PM, just wait when we get to the town hall meetings, of which you know that there is always a town hall meeting every weekend. The PM is moving from country to country, visiting countries. If he doesn't come to your country, join him in the town halls in other countries and appreciate and throw accolades. Let's use this medium to ask very engaging questions. The PM is here for that reason. Please, I would expect that the press should even come up. All those that have found it difficult. I saw some Islamic names here before. They just wait to listen, and after they finish listening, they run away. Well, it's good that you have gotten inundated with all this information. For those of us that are here, let's ask questions, and the DPM will appreciate it if the question is very engaging. Thank you very much. I bring you to the microphone, Rage and Fury. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, my dear brother, Pastor Van Vava. Mike, hope I'm coming out, sir.
Loud and clear, please go ahead.
All right, thank you very much. Greetings to all of you, great Biafrans all over the world. And my Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Greetings from Isoko and Urubu, Biafra land. We are Biafrans, and Biafra we must be. You understand? So the truth is that the fight for Biafra is a fight between light and darkness. And no matter how strong darkness is, cannot overpower or win light. At the end of the day, we are going to win. So before I ask my question, I will just sing this song again, sir, to you. Arowete webiro ye, Arowete we the sight so. Aso wisagbanye beruwe. Kema wore Biafra borano. Aberio wirinyu wogbe bilogele. Keme regrete Cyril Simon Ekpa. Thank you very much for the great work you are doing for us, sir. My question is that where I come from in Biafra land, that is the south part of Biafra, where they call the coastal region, where they call Niger Delta today, which is not our name. Niger Delta is not Isoko name, it's not Urobo name. South is not Isoko name, it's not Urobo name. And that area, sir, the kind of degradation, it's kind of waterlogged area. I don't know. What is the possibility that that area could be developed when we get Biafra? That is my question, sir. Due to the water, the level of water that we have on that area. That's just my question. Thank you.
I am telling you, the promise I'm giving you is that we'll make sure that that area is even more beautiful than Dubai. Do you see Dubai?
You're not responding. There's a question to you. Did you see Dubai? Raise your fury.
Did you see Dubai?
Cool, I'm cool with that.
Did you see Dubai? Did you see Dubai?
Dubai.
Dubai.
I can't hear you.
Did you see
No.
You don't see Dubai. You don't see Dubai on the internet. The pictures coming from Dubai where they have the
Yes.
That's exactly how those areas will look like in the next 10 years. 10 years after Biafra has been recognized, you will see that. And I want you to understand that we have prototype of Biafra cities by cities, depending on the density and the land, the type of land in different states. So we're not here to be like all these African countries, nonsense African countries that the only thing they do is to do corruption and all that. So Biafra is going to give a mandate to every confederating state. If you don't meet up with the system of government that the central government want, you will be assigned with guardian, legal guardian kind of structure. So those areas you see will be the most beautiful place in Biafra. And I envy those who live in swamp area, because the swamp will be turned to something else. So those who are living in the swamp, find themselves in the swamp area, will witness the highest development. Thank you.
Wow. This is awesome. So those of you in those swampy areas, rejoice, because even the PM is envying you for the beauty. If the Italians could build Venice, if the Dutch could build Amsterdam, why not? Why can't we replicate same cities built on top of water? Thank you, my PM Airborne. And now, very quickly, we want to give the microphone to Adandem Bunandegede. Adaderam, please quickly bring up your engagement to the PM, please.
Abatobie.
Ịmụtazikwala ịbata na Twitter.
Abatobie were ihe ọzọ ka nne ka ngụgodulu abatobie egwu ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ọ na-eme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme ukolo mmụọ ọifewo ọbata obie mma ajụ gị ajụjụ m wụ one ihe dikria ihe restore Biafra na 2nd of December O nwere okwu awarida Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwuru sị gwara anyị nwawo ụmụ Biafra anyị ji withdraw ego anyị dị na bank ka ihe mere anyị mgbe agha hafụ ime anyị ọzọ. Biko ọ dị ụzọ ajụjụ na-abụ, biko kedu ife ị nwere ịgwa ụmụ Biafra gbasara mkpu awarida Maazị Nnamdi Kanu tiri, because ọ is like na ndị mmadụ echezọghị ya ka nsi na mma agbapụte ụzọ ife na-abụ ka ịzazie m nke a, biko ka nwee ike ịjụkwa gị ọzọ, biko ka ihe nwere ike ịgwa anyị gbasara okwu awarida kwuru.
Thank you very much. We have provided alternative to our people in the banking and finance. We have the Biafra coin, which we believe that I'm not asking you to withdraw all your money from the Nigeria account, but you can withdraw. You can change, the major part of your money to Biafra coin, or even to dollar, or or having a foreign account and all that, because anything can happen. And that's why we have provided this alternative, hoping that, Biafrans can invest in the Biafra bank and the Biafra coin, and your money remain the same value and all that, instead of leaving it in the Nigeria bank account when there is uncertainty. In fact, even without the Biafra declaration, your money is still not safe in Nigeria account. You can wake up tomorrow back, we'll tell you a story. We have heard of the other bank. What is the name again? One of the bank that closed, and people could not even get their money, right? And that's the end. There is nothing you can do. So, and especially the Biafra people, we have always been a target, of this kind of systematic economic jihad against our people. So it is very advisable that those of you who are into business, put your money in your business, don't bank it in Nigeria bank. And of course, because we are also looking forward to opening Biafra bank. I mean Biafra real bank, not the just Biafra bank on the social media or something, but Biafra bank that you can actually bank using Biafra bank, make transactions and all that. That's the next phase we are going. So this is a step-by-step system that we are working on. So we are providing an alternative to our people. And so Onyendu did not say withdraw your money. Onyendu say go and buy dollars with your money. To change your money into dollars. That this thing is the day is going to come when he will ask you, what did he tell you? Now, if people, you can imagine if some people did actually what he said during that time, to buy dollar with their money. Dollar is always the same everywhere, any day, anytime. So you can imagine if you have bought dollars, when Onyendu said that thing, dollar was about 200 or something. You have used your money to buy dollar, especially, I'm not talking about those who may have money and it is just there in the account and no investment, no turnover and whatever. The money is just there. But now you must have made millions and your money is still safe. So, but many people didn't do that. Many people did it. So we are still calling them again that yes, as we are declaring Biafra, remember that the currency committee of Biafra is still working tirelessly to provide us with our Biafra currency, different note, denomination, and all that. They are working very hard to do that, but that takes time. So as we are working on having the Biafra bank, what we are expecting to do is to start with the online banking. The online banking that you can have access to do transaction, buying and selling with the Biafra bank card, and it's going to be online banking. And of course, we are doing this to provide alternatives to our people pending the recognition of the Biafra as a nation. As you can see, when I was educating our people today about Finland, you see, the recognition doesn't come very easy. Even now that we are seeking for recognition without even declaration, we have been writing and seeking recognition of many countries. But of course, no country is going to recognize you when you have not even declared your independence. But now we are having that particular structure, having the self-referendum, the result, announcing the result, and then moving forward from that to the declaration of Biafra. And then from there, we start seeking the recognition from the UN and other, other countries and other, which is not going to come very easily because, Everybody is going to be doing their political correctness. But our activities in making sure that Nigeria leave our territory will be the determinant how and when, how fast this recognition will come and when. So it depends on us and all of you that are supporting this freedom. After this 2nd of December, what we are going to be doing in Biafra land will determine whether the recognition will come fast or slow. So yes, the answer to your question is that you can invest in a Biafra coin to save your money so you don't lose them, because Naira, even if they don't close the account, at the end of the day, you lose the value. And when you start to invest the money by buying some kind of things, using the Biafra coin or USDT, it doesn't have value. The value have, depreciated and everything is gone. So it has become worthless. So the best thing is if you have money, you invest in Biafra coin and the value remains the same till declaration and after declaration, and even till restore Biafra and Biafra is recognized. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Obatobie. My second question, on Agakwa side, yeah. Otu EMA restore Biafra na 2nd of December. Kedu if ị nwere ike ịgwa ndị be anyị because of in terms of food, because i restore Biafra 2nd of December, ndị Fulani can do anything with iwe punish ndị be anyị. Ya ka m na-ajụ, ọ dị necessary our people ibido kịta na stock nri na-adị njikere adịka ama. Thank you, Obatobie.
There is nothing like a stock. We don't even need the Fulani. The needy Fulani is bringing a lot of health issues to our people. It's bringing this, liver problem, kidney problem, heart problem, and other. You don't know if you go and check an average person today. Average person today have heart problem. This is what I'm telling you now is a fact. The point is that many people don't even go to hospital. They don't go to do checkup. Average person in Nigeria today have heart problem. Where is it coming from? From all those nonsense food they are bringing from Fulani land, from the north. Majority of them, because you don't know the content of those things. Those nonsense meat they eat and all that contribute to the health issues they are having everywhere. You see somebody who is just 20 something years is having heart issue. You see somebody who is not smoking, is not drinking, but it has a heart issue. So you don't ask where is that thing coming from? Why are people having heart issues? In those days when we were small, before you hear somebody have heart issue, the person is a rich person. They say it's a rich people sickness. But today, 30 years have a heart issue because of the food, chemicals in the food they eat. And most of this food, they don't eat it. Have you seen any Fulani eating their cow meat? I want everyone listening to me to pay attention to what I'm saying. Go to where they kill this meat, this cow meat, and see if they eat it. They don't eat it. So why are they eating? Why are they selling it to you? Why are you eating it? So if they don't eat it, then can they tell you the reason why are they not eating it and they are selling it to you to eat? But if you have seen where they are eating that meat, please, then that means I'm wrong. But if in case some of you don't know and you're still there in Nigeria and in Biafra land today, go to their market and ask them, why are they not eating the meat? And if they tell you they are eating it, buy one and give to them. Let them eat it in your presence. And then you know I'm lying. Thank you.
Obatobie Ukolomo Odogwu Kewu Odogwu Nam Jisike. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Adam Dembunandegere. Thank you very much, Wachineke. Thank you. All right, quickly, let's make it snappy, 1 minute. Helen Peters, please bring your question. Let's move very quickly. Thank you, Helen.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, my brother, the minister. I adore you for giving me the mic. I appreciate every Biafran here present this evening, listening to our Prime Minister that I am so proud of. Prime Minister, you did not know what you have just done. Calling for this emergency meeting, you did not know what you have just done. I worked last night and I came back from work and I'm seeing all this propaganda of these journalists coming from the zoo, what they are saying, and I was so worried because even my people have started calling me, what is going on again? They want to come and audition the only person that has given us hope and all that stuff. So I was so worried, calling them, telling them nothing will happen. I never knew you are going to come up, my Prime Minister. You are such a man of your people. You so much love your people, and I appreciate you for that. I thank you very much because you have healed the wounds of the people that were worried about what is going on with the propaganda of the zoo. They were so worried. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you for you to come and rescue us. God bless you, sir. You are the Leviathan of our time that want to destroy the zoo, and the zoo will totally be collapsed, and we will have our freedom. So, sir, my question goes like this. Despite, right from the amalgamation of the so-called geographical location of Nigeria, the Fulanis and the Yorubas, they hated us with passion. Why is it that person that you hate, you don't want to let that person go? Is there anything that they are not telling us? I don't understand. Why are they not letting us to go, even upon the oppression and killings that they have meted upon our people? Why are they still bent on holding us together? Thank you very much. I yield my mic, sir.
Thank you very much. The reason why they don't want you to go is because they are evil and you are light. The reason they don't want you to go is because you are light and they are darkness. The reason they don't want you to go is because there are something in you that they don't want that thing to flourish and germinate. And what is it? The light of God. It is the same thing with the Israel. A lot of people today want to wipe Israel out of the surface of the earth for no just reason. The only reason is that they have covenant with God. This Jesus Christ or wherever, they have covenant. Oh, they say, oh, Israel have covenant. That is a story of the Bible, of Israel and God and this. So for that reason, they grow up to hate Israel. That's all, nothing else. There is no other reason that many people hate Israel today other than the fact that they say in the Bible, Israel had covenant with God. That's all. That is, if you ask them today, what have Israel done? They will tell you Israel is killing. No, Israel is killing. Israel is grabbing. Is a lie. The hatred come for the fact that Israel, according to the Bible, have covenant with God. And we believe in the same covenant that God had with Israel. And we, that are descendants of the Jewish, they even say we are delusional for linking ourselves with the Jews. They are not deciding for us. They are speaking for us. They say, oh, you are stupid. You think Israel is going to listen to you? Are we doing it for Israel to listen to us, or are we actually proclaiming our identity, who we are? According to the Bible, according to research, they say we are the descendant of the Jews. Even some people say that the Jews are descendants of us. So now when you listen to so many, experts claiming that Jesus is from Africa and all that. So if you look at that, are you going to say that we are descendants of them or they are descendants of us? So, these are the things that are, still pending to be researched, and let us know which is the actual truth. But however, we believe in this, that we are somehow descendants of Jewish or the Jews. All the Jews are descendants of us. However, it is. So this is what is paining them. The same hatred they have on Israel is the same hatred they have on you as a Biafran. That's why many of them will never be happy. That's why when we go to any place where there is no land, we make land out of it. When we go to any place where things does not grow, we make things to grow. When we go to any place that is a dry land, we will water it and something will grow out of that dry land. That is the light and the success that you carry, that many of these demonic Ishmael descendants will never allow to see germinate and stand the test of time. We stand any test and defeat those tests. That spirit of standing against any test and defeat it is what they are after. My brother and my sister, I'm telling you today, why every other person are hungry in Nigeria, only the Biafra people are not hungry. Even if they are hungry, they're not going to tell you. So what is the secret? That secret is what they are fighting. Why they are protesting, you are not protesting, rather you are celebrating in your different shop. You are even praising a man who have killed you in order to show how resilient and how you can stand the test of time. Yet, they have tagged the protest, your protest. Everything is against you. It is not because of any other thing. It is because of the light you carry. And that light is the light that will turn Biafra land into Dubai. That is the reason we are doing what we are doing today. That is the reason we have defeated them. That is the reason I am very far away, 1,000 miles ahead of these demons, that they will come to Finland for the 5th time to attack Samanekpa. They went back shamelessly. And they will come again, we will still defeat them until we capture 1 or 2 of them and use them to show example. In the coming months, from now to December, it's going to be a very interesting time. But I want you to understand that whatever happens, we will defeat the devil and demons. I will be triumph all the way to the 2nd of December, the declaration. If you have not come to realize that you need to be in Finland to be part of this history, you are really missing. If you have not partake on the IOU to support the liberation of Biafra, because we need more arms and ammunition to defend our land, defend our women and children, there is no amount of propaganda that is going to make us not to use these arms to defend ourselves. We are going to buy more arms, we'll buy more weapons, sophisticated one, until we are ready to buy even aircraft. We will buy this weapon to support the Biafra Liberation Army. No amount of propaganda will make us to lay down our arms, because if we do it, we are all going to die. Our people will die even before the next day. So Biafra must understand that this particular liberation of Biafra, the Biafra Defense Forces, you must fund them in order to remain alive. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my Prime Minister. Thank you, our beloved Helen, for that question. That have made our Prime Minister answer very, very broadly. So everyone that are in doubt will have that confidence. Thank you very much. All right, we'll move. Please bring your question up, Mazi David Napa. Sorry, Mazi David Nana. Yes, I'm correct. Mazi David Nana, please come up with your question.
Thank you. Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. My Deputy Minister of Information, I salute you. The Prime Minister of the Biafran government, I salute you as well, sir. You not only changed the dynamics of freedom fighting, you also changed the mindset of those who are fighting for the freedom as well. My question to you, sir, the crop of Biafran agitators who embraced the leadership of the agitation under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before 2019, they are different from those who have embraced your government at this time, the government in exile, and that of the de facto in the homeland. I must confess, these are distinguished men and women of different cadres of profession. These people came on board during the time that you came on board. The likes of MID Briggs, the likes of Dr. Irobi, the most articulate ministers, no, Prof. Our Minister of Information, even the Finance Minister, the list is endless, sir. Are you responsible? Are you responsible? Yes.
Master David, please go straight to the point. There's somebody I want to bring up.
Okay.
They will run away.
Okay.
Omar here. Just go straight to the point and let us engage.
My PM, I want to ask you, are you responsible? Please, are you responsible for these people I just mentioned, and many of them who are in government? Are you responsible for them not joining earlier? Or do you think they were waiting for you to come before they can join the train? Secondly, the big question is this. If they have emerged earlier, do you think that the system would have overwhelmed them as it overwhelmed those who were before them? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. This question is very, very important and a very good one. Let me tell you, every other person that you have mentioned that were part of or that have been part of this success today is actually meant to come when they come. That's how God works. If they had showed up during the time of our leader, they would have dealt with them. Like they would have dealt with them how they have dealt with many who were actually genuine, joining the struggle, and they destroyed them. They would have done to them what they have done to those people. That's number one. Number two is that When the time comes, the right time comes, things begin to manifest on their own. And we are still moving. We are still moving. This is a very mysterious struggle, the struggle that involves many spiritualities, the struggle that is deeper than anybody can think of because of what Nigeria has done. Nigeria have soiled their hand in blood and evil. And so it needed a spiritual man, a spiritual minded person to fight Nigeria and win. The fight we are fighting is beyond the fight of guns and bullets. I am telling you the fact. So when God decided to deal with Nigeria using some of us, he gathered people that will make it happen. And this particular movement will be moving like a rocket going to the moon, part by part. It goes to a point to dispatch, other parts will go, other parts will continue till it gets to the moon. That's exactly what we are doing now. So it is some questions are deeper than answer, and that is why we have this adage that what you don't know is bigger than you. The reason why God brought many people during this time is so that Biafra will come. And Biafra is going to come. And that's why many people who never believed in what is happening today have come to realize that indeed they have actually wasted their time. I am telling you, there are many great men who were part of them and they are coming back today. And this shout out goes to the people in Minnesota, which I had meeting with a few days ago. They have come to join the government fully. And we welcome them, all of them from A to Z. They are great men. There are many, 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 many of them like that. And I will be looking forward to see all of them in Finland. So my brothers and sisters, those of you still watching, waiting on the fence, thinking that behind the maga and wishy. And yeah, but we should musa tinimia. Okay, wishy by force, by fire, by force. There one.
That's all. Please, David, don't go anywhere. I know you've got some engaging questions. Just hang in there, don't go. I will bring you up again. Umar Ado Dati, please come up and ask the Prime Minister a question, please. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, my problem is that people keep asking questions, vital questions, but the Prime Minister is not answering them head on. They ask him question about food, how the Biafran people who feed themselves. He did not answer straight. Instead, he was beating around the bush that the food they are bringing from the north has too much chemicals and all these things in it, and that northerners don't eat the meat they sell to people in the east. To me, I believe that's a big lie. I am in Enugu at the moment, and I know these things.
What do you know?
Thank you.
What do you know, please?
Oh, yeah, answer now. What do you know in Enugu?
Yeah, I know about the food chain. From the animals, the meat he's condemning, the food and everything. I know everything about it.
Have you seen where your brothers are having sex with the animals?
That's another lie. I'm here to debunk.
Okay, so you said you know something about what I'm talking about. So can you tell us more about it? We want to know because we don't know.
Yeah, the issue how if you go to the market, is there a different seller for a northerner and a different seller for somebody that is from the east? Everybody buys from the same table. So
yes,
why would somebody
I am asking you, what is it that you know that we don't know? You said that you know about what I'm talking about. So can you tell us about it?
It's just about the lies and that the food from the north is being poisoned and all. So that's what I know that is not true. Nobody is poisoning any food.
Nobody is poisoning any food. Who talk about poison?
The issue of heart problem you spoke about, the chemicals you spoke about, is that not poison?
Okay, so how exactly how did I say it?
I didn't get that.
How did I say it? You said I talk about heart problem. So can you explain what I said during the time I was
said the main cause is the food they eat. When we all know that it comes from alcohol and other lifestyle you guys do down east.
Oh, the heart problem come from alcohol.
Yes.
Who told you that?
Who told me that? I know.
You know. Are you a doctor?
I'm not a doctor, but I know.
Do you eat nama?
Yes, I eat meat every day.
Of course, I'm not asking if you eat meat. Do you eat nama?
Nama is meat in Hausa.
It is not only meat. Nama is not the only meat you have. There are many meats. If you can eat meat, but do you eat nama? That is my question.
I am telling you what nama means in Hausa, and you are here disputing. Do you understand Hausa?
Okay. Do you eat Fulani cow?
All the cows come from Fulani, so nama.
All the cow don't come from Fulani. Do you eat Fulani cow? We have Igbo cow.
Okay, I don't know about that. All I know is the cows
So
that.
my question is, do you eat Fulani cow?
Yes, I eat it.
Of course, you know you like to say, but that is by the way. I'm not here to tell you to agree. But one, I want to tell you one thing. You see, there are some lies that many of you have told for many years, and when we allow it, it becomes it looks as if it is true. You cannot say that we are relying on your food. We don't rely on your food. In Biafra land, every state have the food they specialize on. But the problem we have are the animals that they are bringing from the northern Nigeria. And we are going to eradicate that. We're going to stop. Can I talk, please? I was asking you a question and I expect you to make some explanation. You did not do that. So you say that you are concerned that I did not answer a question because they asked me about food. Because that is exactly what many of you have made people to believe, that the food that we are eating are coming from the northern Nigeria. The answer is no. The specific problem we have are the animals that you are bringing and some certain things that come from the north. And also, if you claim that you are in Enugu, I will not doubt you. You may also be in somewhere in Meduguri and tell us in Enugu, but that is not what I'm here for. What I'm here to tell you is that Biafra land, Biafra, if you are in Enugu and you are one of those bringing these chemicals for our people to eat, your days are numbered there.
Civil servants, not the trader.
Okay, you can be whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you now, if you are part of those who bring something and chemical to poison our people, your days are numbered. That's number one. Number two is that I want to tell you that Biafra land will have more food than you can ever think of in the north. We have what we call yams. You provide yams in the north. You cultivate yams.
Yes.
Which part of the north?
Nasarawa State.
Nasarawa State. Nasarawa State, which tribe live in Nasarawa State?
There are several tribes, Egon, Hausa, Fulani, and other minor tribes.
You know that Nasarawa State doesn't have Fulani, right? Fulani is not a tribe in Nasarawa State. So why did you mention Fulani?
What tribe is the present governor?
It is not about the present governor. You can the Fulani that occupy police are there the majority in Nigeria. That is exactly what I'm saying. You are mentioning Fulani. Is Fulani a tribe in Nasarawa State? The question I asked you, yes or no? You are asking about the governor.
Yes.
And that is a lie. That's a lie.
The governor is a Kanuri man.
But the governor being a Kanuri man is in Nasarawa State of today. Is Fulani a tribe? You said yes, and that's a lie. And that's what you people have done by changing the demography of Nigeria. And that's exactly what we are fighting to correct. That first of all, the present structure of Nigeria can never be accepted by the indigenous people in Nigeria. You are telling me a Fulani is a tribe in Nasarawa State. Since when?
Why wouldn't your people vie for political offices and change these things politically?
Change what?
Instead of using violence.
We cannot change it politically because you have destroyed the structure from the beginning. Your people have destroyed the structure from the beginning. You hijack the military, you destroy it, you change the constitution, remove everything Christianity from the constitution, restructure Nigeria through the constitution. And today, only in Nigeria, you have what they call exclusive list. When people should be allowed to develop themselves, develop their region, develop their state, develop their land. In Nigeria, with your Fulani nomadic system, they locked everything under a special constitution.
I am a student of history. The person that brought this particular system
exclusive
was
list.
Nnamdi Azikiwe. So we were
Of course,
practicing
you say
regional
exclusive. Do
government before
you know
them.
why? Okay, now Azikiwe brought it, and we say we don't want it, right? Are you going to? Are you going?
Yes, then you follow the due process.
Are you live on the law that a dead man, brought to you after he have died?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He brought it without any war. So why wouldn't you follow the same process through the House of Representatives, Senate, and all these lower houses of assembly?
We do not have. You don't have that opportunity, and the place is already bastardized by the number of the representatives you have at the National Assembly and by the terrorism you are using to force people not to talk. So anybody that raises any motion today for Biafra to come, you are going to kill the person. That is the situation we have found ourselves in Nigeria, and you cannot doubt that. You cannot dispute this. So the only way that we are going to destroy this evil entity that your people have come to build is through what we are doing today from exile, from afar. You can't even allow people to protest. In your nomadic system of government, you don't even allow democracy to strive. You don't know what is protest. Anybody come out of the street to protest, you kill them. You force them to carry arms, and then you begin to complain. That is the system that we have found ourselves. So what you are saying now is not visible and it's not possible. So we only have one solution, and that solution is what we are doing today. We have, by the way, organized a Biafra self-referendum. And so we are expecting that by the time we send this result of the referendum to the Nigeria state under Fulani watch, they are going to accept it. Because with not accepting that referendum will bring anarchy to Nigeria. A very big anarchy, more than what you have seen today.
So what will happen to us, those of us that are here in the East, and we have
you will have to go. If you are a law-abiding citizen, that you are not a terrorist and a terrorist financer, we will allow you to stay. But if you are we know our communities, we know those of you who live there. So by the time when we go to that time, we will know you, we know exactly your, what you do in the community and how you live. So we know all those supporting and financing the terrorists against our people. We know them. We know them by their names and their village, wherever they are. So if you are innocent, you will be spared. But
you know them by their names.
We know everything. Don't you know that we have districts? We have 75 districts in each state. If you don't know that. So we know all of you from A to Z. And if you know that your hands are not clean, just leave, because there will be no second chance. And we don't have prisoners. We don't have prison to keep any terrorist financiers in our land. All right, next person, please.
Thank you very much. And you can see that we've answered your questions very well, and then you can then do with that. We have another person here. I deliberately brought you in. Pete Edochie's godson. Bring up your question. Unmute yourself.
Mazi, you're welcome. Yes, thank you. Yes, the reason why I came to this space is that I was having a discussion in my Twitter chat with some people here that are accusing this man, Simon Ekpa. I don't know much of him. I think he's benign. I don't think he's a threat much to Nigeria. I said that Nigeria flexing muzzle on such a man, I don't see it. I don't see the purpose. When there are even worse people, I can say that are bringing a threat. This man has his own grievance, whether I agree with it or not. I'm an Igbo man. He's an Igbo man. He cannot say he's more Igbo than me. I cannot say I'm more Igbo than him. But what I want to address, and I invited them to come and listen, is I'm saying it here in his presence. I don't see him much as a threat. He is having his own agenda. If he succeeds, good luck. If he doesn't, oh well. But this is more so for the people here to listen, that you have to hear his own complaints on why he is doing the things he is doing. Okay? Listen to the man. Listen to what his own reasons on why he's pushing these things. Now, my second point here is, now that I'm talking to him and his associates, please list out the things that you have that are a grievance, and why are you abroad doing these things. Make the ultimate sacrifice, come back home. I will even, because we're fellow Igbos, I will even support you if you come back home and make this headway and make this change. Thank you for the audience.
Thank you very much. Let me respond to you. Can you just hold on? Let me respond to you, please.
Don't run away, just hold on.
Yeah. First of all, Nigeria is a very complex country. Number one. Number two,
Nigeria is built in a very fortified foundation. Number 3 is Nigeria is a terrorist state that kills its own citizens. And for that, Nigeria has adopted a nomadic system of government that doesn't respect the right of people, right to freedom of speech, right to protest, right of association, right to gather and do what you need to do in democratic system. Nigeria have traded democracy to the nomadic system. So when you are sitting in Nigeria thinking that you are in democratic system, you're actually in a nomadic system of government, where everything behave like people who lives in the bush, and of course they live the bush style. So that's the reason why many of us have adopted the new method of freedom fighting from the exile. Because ndị Igbo na-atụ n'elu si na anụ gbaa ajọ ọsọ eme gịnị agba ya ajọ egbe. Nigeria agbaga ajọ ọsọ. Anyị chọpụtagoro ka anyị ga-esi na-agba ya ajọ egbe ha ka anyị na-agba ya now from exile. So if you're expecting me to come from exile as a base to support Biafra, you are quite actually a very gullible person. Because I am already in exile and people are listening to me and they know that what I'm doing is right. You may not agree with them, but that does not mean that the governor is not respecting the order we are giving from here. And also, I have men there who are cabinet members of the Biafra de facto government under my watch, under my leadership. Those people represent me. So I don't know why I will have somebody carrying gun in Nigeria, in Biafra land, and then your concern is for me to come. You have not finished dealing with the people that are in the Biafra Defense Forces. You're looking for me. Do deal with them. They are there voluntarily fighting for the freedom of our people. Why are you looking for me? As if I'm throwing bomb from here. People are there fighting and defending our land, making sure that our people are not getting killed like they are killing them in other part of Nigeria. And your concern is for me to come to Nigeria to do what? I choose how I fight. You don't dictate for me. And the way I fight is to fight from exile. Is that a problem? Are you going to kill our people and then come to teach me what to do? No. You have done your part. Your part is to kill my people, and my own part is to fight you the way I want. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I will fight Nigeria and finish Nigeria from exile. If no other person have done it before, I am laying the precedence. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, my Prime Minister. And I'm sure Peter Doce have something to take home. And lots of them are here, and another one here. Please grab the mic. Ozone Man, unmute yourself, please. Ozone Man, unmute yourself, please. Ozone Man, are you there? Are you ready to ask a question? Seems like he's not ready. Okay, I'll leave that. We have a Smile Africa. Smile Africa, unmute yourself, please.
Okay. Thank you, PM, for this opportunity. My question goes like this: the Biafra declaration on the 2nd of December. I want to know if it's only for the Southeast or both the whole South and Southeast, because most protests are being done on Southeast. So that's my question. Thank you for the time.
There is nothing like South, and Southeast. Biafra has 40 United States of Biafra. So I want you to go and educate yourself. It is on social media. It is on Wikipedia. It is everywhere.
Yes, I know about it.
So that's exactly, so the state you see are Biafra state. You can now check which of the, whatever you mean by South or Southeast. We don't agree with that South or Southeast.
Because I have friends from Rivers State that ask if they are still part of the declaration on the 2nd of December.
If they found their community under the state there, then they are part of it. And let me tell you, we don't even need their vote to be able to declare Biafra and declare their state part of Biafra. They're part of Biafra, they are state part of Biafra. And like if you watched and listened to the opening remark I made on the history of Finland, of Finland, not everybody, during the vote of declaration of Finland, 100% voted for the declaration, 88% voted for no. So which means they won by only 12 votes to declare Finland independent state. You understand? So we don't actually expect everybody to be part of what we're doing. We'll drag everybody to it. We have gotten 50 million votes so far in the Biafra referendum. And I don't think any Nigerian election have recorded such a number of votes. So, and that is to tell you that Nigeria In Nigeria election, Biafran people have been protesting from 1999 because many people that are voting today have confessed that they have never participated in Nigeria election, and this is the first time they are actually voting. So they have actually protested until now. So now we have 50 and still counting because the voting is going to end on the 28th of November. 29th of November, we'll start the convention in Finland, and on the 2nd, we will count the vote, release the document to the public, and go into the declaration of Biafra. And then after that, I call Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Before the next speaker goes on, let me say something. Salute all Biafrans. Salute.
Okay, Mazi.
Because I think when the Prime Minister wanted to bring me down, he pressed the wrong button and so I couldn't access from the other account again. Maybe he pressed the button of the remove from the space. So I'm back on this other end. I salute all Biafrans. The last speaker that said something, you said you want to see Prime Minister in Biafra land before you can come and start fighting for Biafra. The last time that you saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Biafra land, that is how you people went to gang up with one Nigeria and then brought Nigerian Army, Navy, Air Force, and all the terrorists to come and kill him in his house because he spoke for Biafra. When you saw Sunday Igboho, when he started speaking freedom of Oduduwa, you people brought one Nigeria, all the terrorists to come and kill him in his house. The same way you people kill Sarah Wiwa, the same way you people went to kill the Shiite Muslim leader. There is nobody that you people see in the homeland that is to stand and speak to the liberation of the people that you not go and gang up to come and kill the person. So you want to see Simon Ekpa in Biafra land so that you go and bring army operation triple dance to come and dance in his house and kill him. Then later you come out here and will say, I want to see the next person to come down to Biafra land, then I'll come and join hands. You are so silly. If at your age, you don't know what freedom is all about, and you have seen that they have killed thousands and millions of people who have stood to fight and to speak for freedom in that your Nigeria, and you are still dreaming, you better wake up. All the Christian Association of Nigerian leaders and pastors and bishops that Boko Haram terrorists have beheaded and then videoed and put it on the media, they were killed in Nigeria there, in your homeland. You did not say they should bring them back to where you are first before you go and start and join with them to fight for Nigeria to be free. They did not kill them in Finland. They did not kill them in Cabo Verde. They did not kill them in Senegal. They did not kill them in Gambia. They did not kill them in Mali or Burkina Faso. They killed them in your Nigeria, then in your homeland, and then you saw as Fulani terrorists beheaded all of them, and they sent you the video. Did you stand up to go and join them to fight? Or you are waiting for Nigerian politicians to come and give you money? Like the Prime Minister said, all of you can wait from now till next year to see when he is coming to Biafra land. Huh? But go and first deal with the Biafran Defense Forces. When you finish, we will tell you where we are so that you come and start joining us. Mad people everywhere.
Thank you, Ebo, formidable Minister of Communications. I call you the Kudeku one of Biafra land. Please, Success is in the house. Success, please, you're welcome. Can you please take the mic, please, Success? Success, can you grab the mic?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, Prime Minister. Good evening, Information Minister and fellow Biafrans, wherever you are spacing. The declaration of Biafra, of course, we have no other mission other than this, to follow this up until it is practically achieved. And I want to say this to Nigerian government. The new Nigerian government and all her leaders knew that they cannot stand anybody on trial in any court in the whole world because they have stained their hands. They are known for killing activists. They killed Boko Haram leader, Mohammed, and they cannot handle Boko Haram today. They cannot stand anybody on trial in any courts around the world, any competent court, not this their terrorist court, which they cannot even proceed any trial they will only be postponing with one excuse or the other. They cannot, since they brought Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria, he has not been judged of one particular case. Their only argument is on jurisdiction, no jurisdiction. Go to Supreme Court, you return. Go to High Court, they return you to appeal. Go to appeal. For how many years now? Oh yeah, put this man on trial and try him on the what you're accusing him of. They are running away. And some idiot will stand and say, Simon Ekpa, come back to Nigeria. Come back and do what? To Nigeria. Simon Ekpa is in Nigeria. His defense forces are in Nigeria. His government in exile, de facto government are in Nigeria. So what can you do? His government is running smoothly, and you want him in person. You are a nincompoop. So if Nigeria wants to salvage her image, simply they should summon up courage to use their Attorney General of the Federation or whatever they call it to sue Simon Ekpa in Finland, where he lives. Let them go on there or in the court of EU. Then we know that yes, they mean business. This one, they are just looking for a way to kidnap. And they know that Simon Ekpa is not on the kind that they managed to kidnap. This one will be difficult for them. And this is why they are crying. Just ordinary ECOWAS meeting. They went to complain. They complained on Monday. Simon Ekpa is in your country, is destabilizing our country, and all those things. Then their media now have to reshape the lie and started lying against the ministers that came for ECOWAS stuff. Nigeria is not a sane country. Nigeria is not a country at the first place. That's why nobody is taking them serious. And our demand is simple. We are not asking you to conduct referendum. Referendum is already conducted. You must recognize it. You must recognize the referendum that over 50 million Biafrans has voted for. And you must free Nnamdi Kanu. Leave the rest for us. We will now decide what to do with it. But if you are still going through the back door, sending assassins, doing everything you can, bribing government officials, those who can take the bribe to bring in or bring back Simon Ekpa in a country which he does not even belong or pledge allegiance to, you are wasting your time. It cannot happen. Nnamdi Kanu's own has opened our eyes. This one can never happen. Simon Ekpa is your last bus stop. If you can keep up Baja, and you are going to face the music, September is fast approaching. So you have to do something. You're supposed to use that opportunity to solicit to the ministers of the Nordic country that came to ECOWAS that you want to establish a diplomatic way of resolving this very crisis, and which they shall be stand as a mediator. And you are just looking for a way to kidnap somebody from the back door. This is not a terror. This is not 2021. This is 2024. And our eyes are open. Everything we are doing is calculated. And by the grace of God, Chukwu Kabima, through the covenant of Israel, back us up. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. December 2nd is sacrosanct. So those of you who are still waiting at the fence to know when it's going to be shaken up, wait till kingdom come. All we are showing is that we are going to restore Biafra. And when we restore Biafra, another new dimensional level will be taken, which many of you will now know the true image of those behind this very struggle. Thank you, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you very much. Remain strong. The Lord is with you. And there's nothing any man can do. There's nothing they can do. Their propaganda didn't even last up to 2 hours. They disappeared from the space. It's not up to 2 hours, and they are ashamed of themselves. So keep the good work. God bless you, and God bless Biafra.
Thank you very much, Success. You know, when I read those nonsense, sometimes I laugh because when you know that something is about to take a new turn, you see all this kind of propaganda is coming. It is now that I will release the fire of dragon upon them. 1 month lockdown of Nigeria institution within Biafra land will record a huge success. And of course, it is what we're going to use to test Nigeria. And in the next few weeks, that announcement will be made. And we'll see how it goes. Not even any police, any military that wears any Nigeria uniform and carry gun in our land is a terrorist and must be treated as one, without mercy. Without mercy. They don't know what is coming. If they think that they are crazy and they know how to do violence against innocent people, we are bringing triple of whatever they can offer. Thank you.
Mazin Nandikanu said there is a method to our madness, and that they are about to see. Thank you, our Prime Minister. I think you deserve a round of applause again for that. All right, as we move forward, I want to bring in this very last person before David will come up with his second question. Beyond the Sparan Kingpin, I don't know, is that your name? Did I get it well? Unmute yourself and let's see what you've got. Unmute yourself, all right?
Good evening, everybody. Observing the existing people. Am I loud and clear?
You're loud and clear. Please go ahead. You have 60 seconds, please.
Greetings to the Prime Minister. My only question here is, recently I noticed that this useless governor, Hope Uzodinma, is claiming that he's the one that ordered the Igbo to stay at rest. So our PM has already said that he was going to unleash the dragon. So my question is that since they are claiming that they are the ones that ordered all Igbos to stay indoors, that we don't partake in the protest, I want this lockdown that's going to happen now to show the world that they have no power in the Southeast region again. If that can be made possible, I think that these political elites of a nonsense that they are holding now will be kept on the rest. If that will be possible, I want it to be a success, because right now I see them trying to like hijack the whole movement, coming to come and take glory after they have attacked the whole system. Then they'll come back at the end of the day and take all the glory, like they're the ones that plant everything that is moving, they are working for their people, while in turn they are the biggest enemy. So if possible, we should, focus our attentions on them, on how to bring them down for the whole world to know that they are not even important to the people of Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are not actually worried about what they claim. That particular claim has been debunked, and it was reported widely by all their Zoom media. And so we are not actually bothered on what they say, but the reality will hit them very soon. It's not about how they say it or what they say. We know exactly what we have done, how we have conditioned their friends. And today, there is no other evidence that is going to be an overwhelming evidence like the Biafra self-referendum that have recorded 50 million. I don't think anything can, or anybody can overlook that. But the days that the world will speak on it is coming. And our activities will determine how the world is going to speak about the result of our self-referendum. So I'm not worried about whatever they're claiming. Biafra people knows the truth. And so, like I said, the reality will hit them very, very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. Thank you. Some of your people, some of the names people will answer. I'll just see you. I'll say, I'm the one Nigerian. I don't know that they are one of us. Thank you very much. Beyond the Spiral Kingpin. Thank you. All right. And then, Mazi David Nana, please come up with another question and then we'll move up from there.
Okay, thank you, my Deputy Minister of Information. My Prime Minister, before my last question, you were born in 1985, 39 years old. You went to nursery school. I don't know. You went to primary school. You went to secondary school. You served the Nigerian government. You won laurels for Nigeria. You went abroad to study. You read law. And your law opinion is even used as a reference point. And you are a senior lawyer in your firm. You serve the Finnish army. And you are a counselor. And you are still serving. I can remember, if not 2 times, you have contested and won, and you are still serving. If we start to put your age on the years that you have, it will take, on the years it will take us to achieve, until years it will take you to achieve this feat. Your age is very small. How was this even possible, my Prime Minister, that you achieved this very bogus feat, even with the age that you have, 39 years? Are you kidding me, sir?
That is why I say that anybody talking about me and slow motion, you are making a mistake. Just check yourself what has happened within the last 2 years. Where we are today is something that takes people age, decades to achieve. It's something that people could not do in 20 years. We have done it in 2 years. You understand? And you know that when I joined this struggle, I said I will not fight this fight for more than 5 years. This is the 5th year. Everything I do in life, I have target. I put that target, have that plan, and take up the challenge and work for it.
Wow. My last question, sorry. Among the multitudes that embraced the agitation 2012 to 2019, did you find anyone among the former agitators worthy to serve in your cabinet? Thank you so much, sir.
I do not know them. The only person I know is Mazen Amdekan.
Wow.
Papa Toby, you are wonderful. Thank you so much.
Omari Boyare, Omaro Wayare. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mazi David and Nana. Thank you for those engaging questions. Thank you very much. All right, we'll move. We have a Vision 555, our own Mazi Paul Awubiko. Please, Mazi Paul, grab the mic. You're welcome.
Yes, my minister, Ajay Van, I greet you. The Prime Minister, words are not enough to say thanks to what you are doing to us. We call you the Vulcan of our time because Vulcan is the only creator that will get up and divide a nation of each choice and go back and relax. Nobody can quench it. My question is not particularly for you, but maybe as God may do it, you may end up answering it. My question goes to Nigeria Gota Media News. My question goes to Daily Post, Channel News, Tribune, Punch Newspaper, Vanguard, and so on, Nigerian News. When our PM off, you people will publish it. Whatever he do, if he is on sports, you people will publish it. But my question is, why have Nigerian media like Daily Post not published the 40 states that make up Biafran nation, the county and the district that make up Biafran nation to the whole world? So I asked them this question, knowing if our PM can give us a light why they have not made this thing public. We are reading their news every day, all their propaganda. Why have they not published 40 states that made up Biafra? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Of course, they will not do that. That is the reason they are called the evil advocate. I think you even went too far. You should have just asked, why are they not publishing the Biafra Liberation Army neutralizing the terrorist army and terrorist police and other terrorists in uniform in Nigeria, working in Biafra land, killing our people? Why have they not published it? Are they not seeing when we are posting it every day? We are posting it because they have been killing, and now we are killing them back in self-defense. But have you ever seen them reporting it? Even when they see that we have posted it, they will still say, unknown government do this, unknown government do that. They have refused to acknowledge the braveness of the Biafra Defense Forces. Till today that me and you are talking today, they have not acknowledged the Biafra Liberation Army. Ask yourself why. Because they know that is a validation of our fight. They will never. Musa will come and cry about Simon Ekpa. Nobody is asking Musa, what is Simon Ekpa doing? We have not heard this thing Simon Ekpa is doing on social media, on Nigerian news media reporting it. No. Jide
Please, Ralph, I want you to find the interview of Jide to play the voice, please. Very, very important. I want that voice to be played today. Where Jide asks Musa, that the army are being killed in the southeast, in their so-called southeast, Biafra land. I want you to look for that video immediately to play the voice here.
Martin Sonny, can you get it very fast, please? Martin Sonny, can you help me? Martin Sonny, are you there? What interview is that?
Yeah, yeah, but I'll look for it.
Okay.
Interview
We'll look for
Jide.
it.
I posted it on X here on our page. I posted it where Jide asks Musa that the military are getting killed in the southeast. And Musa started talking jargons. He said, that's why we are continue to talk about this Simon Ekpa. And nobody is asking, when did this military get killed? That Nigerian news media is not reporting it. But Musa is confirming it in an interview. Only to begin to talk about Simon Ekpa. Nobody is asking this man question. What is going on? What has Simon Ekpa done? Because they are not telling you that Biafra army is fighting Nigeria terrorist army because they have been killing our people and today we have guns to kill them back in the self-defense. But they are not reporting it anywhere. But Musa have been crying from one office to another, from one station to another, up to the National Assembly to cry about Simon Ekpa. Nobody is asking them. But we have not heard anybody reporting about this activity of Simon Ekpa. What have Simon Ekpa done? How have Simon Ekpa activity interfered in their security in the southeast? How have Simon Ekpa? Let them explain. They say Simon Ekpa is talking, people are getting killed. Who is getting killed? And when Simon Ekpa was not talking, who was talking when people are getting killed? What I'm telling you is that any day they mention Biafra Liberation Army, they have validated our fight. And that is what they are avoiding. But the question is, how long will they avoid mentioning Biafra Liberation Army? How long will they avoid mentioning Biafra Defense Forces? This 1 month lockdown of Biafra institution will force them to mention them because the Biafra Army will come out in the name of Biafra Army and nothing else. And that's where we are going. We will bring them by force and they will announce the Biafra Liberation Army in the street of Biafra land. So that is the reason. They will never ever mention it, not even to talk about what we are posting and they should, no. Once they mention, and I was waiting for the so-called president, the drug lord, to mention my name. That day, he will begin to go down. And he has avoided it. He don't want to mention my name. And I'm waiting for the day he will do so. The native doctor have actually instructed them not to mention my name. None of these people mentions my name anywhere. They can never mention my name. Is like holy water. The only thing they will say is that idiot, that criminal, that terrorist, that guy. They can never mention my name anywhere. I want you to take note of what I'm saying. The only person that have summoned courage to mention my name is Musa. But the president, from Hope down to the lowest, they can never mention my name. Because any day they mention my name, fire will run through their vein. So they don't. They avoid that name. But you know what? In this 1 month sit at home lockdown of the Nigeria institution in Biafra land, we will show them. That name will be forced out of their mouth. And let me tell you, I want everybody to be very observant. You see, we are not locking Biafra land down. We are not asking people not to, to sit at home. But you see, people are going to sit at home. There's going to be a lot of confusion. But they must know that this particular lockdown of Nigerian institution has nothing to do with them, and it is not civil disobedience. It is going to be enforced, making sure that the legitimization of a terrorist state and terrorist entity called Nigeria within Biafra land is taken to the next level, and we are testing them during that time. But I know Biafra people will even comply, even when the exercise has nothing to do with them. That is to show you the level we have gone in the awareness for Biafra liberation. Our people are ready to do anything to exit Nigeria. And that is the success we have recorded. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. I've searched for the interview. I don't know if Sonny have gotten it. Sonny, did
Yeah,
you
let's
play it?
let's play it. Let's play it. Let's play it.
You can imagine if this continues for so long. The armed forces and the entire military of security agencies will not stand by and see that to continue. So
Start with the question. Start with the question of Jide. Start with the question of Jide. When Jide asked question, because Jide asked that question, people are getting killed in Southeast. I want you to start from there.
Raf, can I play it from here, please?
Okay, you can play it.
Come on,
Play it.
play.
Come on, play it, please.
And then externally, we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOP. There's a lot of funding that comes in there. Yes. Are you worried? Because you know,
no, this is not the one I'm talking about.
On the state at home, IPOP.
Come on, mute it. Mute. PM said it's not that one.
This is not the one I'm talking about. This is where he said that he's worried. I'm talking about the one Jide, the big stomach idiot, that always talk nonsense. Jide asked him that people were getting killed, that the military are getting killed in the Southeast. And then I posted it just a few weeks ago. So, Sonny, the one you were playing, is this the one that...
Yeah, I've gotten it.
Okay.
Southeast. We have a peculiar threat in the Southeast. Some people insisting that no one should go to work on Mondays, and they've been killing soldiers.
All right, stop there. You hear that? They have been killing soldiers. They are not soldiers, they are terrorists. But did you hear that? They have been killing soldiers. Now ask yourself, have you ever heard in any news media in Nigeria that soldiers are getting killed in the Southeast? Now, let it roll.
How do you assess the security situation in the Southeast relative to the capacity of the armed forces? Yeah, the Southeast has its own challenges because of, again, the nature of the terrain. The terrain plays vital role. It's thickly forested. So at first somebody comes and then you just be passing by and then you, so it makes it a bit more difficult. Even with your air, in fact, it makes it difficult more with air. Even when you fly abroad ahead, you hardly can see anything. So that makes it extremely, so we have to fine-tune the training of the troops there to jungle warfare. And jungle warfare has different challenges.
Pause it. Did you hear that? They have changed the warfare in Biafra land to jungle warfare. I want everybody to listen. These are the people who tell you that Samonekpa is killing soldiers. These are the people who tell you that soldiers are being killed in Southeast. They are just confirming to you that they are in what they call jungle warfare. Do you know where the jungle warfare was fought in the past? America and Vietnamese War. That was the most brutal jungle warfare in the history of humankind. Today, a chief of army staff is on a national television or a television and was answering questions confirming the war that the Biafra people are defending themselves. And he said it's a jungle warfare. That was a place he said asymmetric warfare. Now, Biafra Defense Forces are killing these terrorists in our land, but they are not reporting it. When he said that soldiers are getting killed in the Southeast, did you see Musa? Did you hear Musa debunking it? Now, I want you to start afresh, please. Start afresh from the beginning. Musa did not debunk it.
Southeast. We have a peculiar threat in the Southeast. Some people insisting that no one should go to work on Mondays, and they've been killing soldiers, especially. How do you assess the security situation in the Southeast relative to the capacity of the armed forces? Yeah, the Southeast has its own challenges because of, again, the nature of the terrain. The terrain plays vital role. It's thickly forested. So at first somebody comes and then you just be passing by and then you, so it makes it a bit more difficult. Even with your air, in fact, it makes it difficult more with air. Even when you fly abroad ahead, you hardly can see anything. So that makes it extremely, so we have to fine-tune the training of the troops there to jungle warfare. And jungle warfare has its own different challenges because you cannot use a lot of equipment they're using. You have to go fully dismounted. And because, again, those are their own areas, a lot of advantages they have that they've built up within. But we are getting so much, successes are really very encouraging.
All right, cut it there. cut it there. That is the Chief of Defense Staff of Nigeria, the commander of the terrorists, lamenting how difficult it is to fight the Biafran Liberation Army, that they have advantage over their own territory. Of course, it is our terrain. You can't expect to come to our land and defeat us. Not impossible. That is why we dictate how we fight you. So anybody waiting for Samanaka to come to Nigeria, you are an idiot. I will stay here and defeat you in your Nigeria. And that's why when the man asked him about the killing of the terrorist called soldiers, he didn't debunk it. He did not even say, okay, let me correct you. Well, there are no soldiers, because he knows they are dying in hundreds, if not thousands. Sometimes they push 2,000 to the southeast, all of them gone. We started from the Asari terrorist group. We killed them. All of them were littered in the forests. All of the Asari terrorist group that he was bragging about, that we eliminated all of them in Biafra land. They died in our land. Today, is this still bragging about? I want you to ask, to go to social media. You used to say I started bragging of having security. You don't have anything anymore. All these bragging were neutralized in our land, and we are still waiting for more mercenaries to come. So what I'm trying to say is that this war is ongoing. They have not reported it. They don't want to acknowledge the power and the resistance of the Biafra Liberation Army. That Biafra Army is not what they will never ever mention. And that's why they are running mad. They still to say unknown government is unknown government Biafra. Our Biafra Army is Biafra Army. And we're not hiding. And we are defending our land. But I don't want to acknowledge them, because any day they do, that is the beginning of Biafra. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Chukwumeze, no, you're not ready to unmute yourself now. I see that. Please, we have Ben Sago. Ben Sago, please unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bamba. Thank you so much, the man I like, as a PM. Nigeria is suffering from a heavy typhoid fever at the moment, which no medicine can cure them. PM, question I wanted to ask. I think we took Nigeria to OAU court. And have you had anything from that court? Second, does Nigeria government has any right to take Finland government to international court? Because you are so much, you know about law very well. Can you give us any light on this issue?
Take Finland government.
Take Finland government to the international court.
International court for what? For what crime?
Yeah, for the accusation they are accusing them that they are harboring.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking for what crime. Accusation is not a crime.
Okay. Yeah, they say you are inciting unnecessary thing in Nigeria. So have they any right?
What is the definition of incitement?
Incitement in the sense that when you say something, people carry out your action.
That's what I'm saying. So what is the incitement? If people defending themselves is an incitement against armed carrying terrorists in uniform, is that an incitement? Do you define that as an incitement? So they need to know exactly what crime Finland is committing now. You don't just go and start taking Finland to court for that somebody is in their country inciting what to what, on what ground? So
I'm happy with your answer because of the nonsense the premium times wrote that Finland is in big trouble.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
They are wasting their time. Okay? They're wasting their time. What I'm doing, I have not gone against any law. I have not committed any crime. And what I'm doing is in accordance with international law. And so they are wasting their time. Premium time is just trying to console those who pay them. Because I told you people that in the coming weeks, as we approach December, there's going to be a lot of propaganda, and that is what you see happening now, right?
Yeah.
So the more of the propaganda will come. Very soon they will sign their president of Finland their signature that has ordered Samanekpa to be kidnapped. They've done it before during the election. Did you not see it?
I did.
They forged the letter of the Prime Minister of Finland, claiming that he has ordered for Samanekpa to be arrested and all that. It was forced. Prime Minister of Finland don't have anything to do with any issues like that. And for the fact that I'm not committing any crime against Finland, nobody in this world will do anything to what I'm fighting for my people. Nobody. So don't worry about that. They will write their rubbish, promote our cause, create awareness with their rubbish, and that's all they can achieve. At the end of the day, it will beat our own interest. Like I have told them, there is nothing like negative reports in this world. In this life of media, there is nothing like negative report. Every negative report will always bring something positive to the table. So the more they write, the more they get the attention of the people. At the end of the day, after 3 months, they will still be asking, nobody will write, say, Samanekpa do this, Samanekpa do that. Samanekpa is still bouncing now. Is it not on December 2nd, everything will happen here? Everybody will watch it live. We will broadcast it and live stream it. Get your ticket and come to Finland and be part of the history. Forget what nonsense they are writing. I am not moved. Thank you.
Thank you, PM Ventrux. Thank you for the question. All right, we'll move very quickly, please. Newswave, your hand has been up for a long time. Please unmute yourself. Newswave Network. Newswave Network is not even there. Ifeanyi Nnaji, please unmute yourself. Ifeanyi Nnaji seems not to be there. Kama is if I go ahead, please, very quickly. Kama, please mute yourself 1 minute. If I go ahead, please, you have a very quick time to do that. Please.
My PM agreed.
Please, if I go straight to the point, please, just go ahead. Yeah.
At least piam ndị mmụọ na-abịa ebe a na abịa kọọchị ị hapụrụ anyị ndị nke ka anyị na-akụ ha wọtọwọtọ ndị nke na-abịa asị gị gị latawa Naijiria ị na-alata Naijiria ji achọ oyi so anyị kwesịrị ịhapụrụ anyị ndị ahụ anyị na-akụ ha wọtọwọtọ akụ ha gwụgwọ. So my PM, my question is this, because I've been following you right from day one, from 2019, and I was the person who read Esther chapter 4 for you. To tell you that he did not take the mountain of the leadership. So if you can remember, but I don't know if you can recall. Now my question is, my Prime Minister, how did you do this thing to put all this what is it called? These people that sold our leader. How did you do it to make all of them shut up? None of them now is coming out again on social media to talk. We just come out and talk. One person will come out and talk. How did you manage?
I laid course on them. First of all, I asked God for 1,000 men wisdom. And I asked God to give me something which he answered in double fold. So I use it when necessary. I told them I will be their end in Biafra struggle. Is it not happening?
It's happening.
I told those who were directly and indirectly sabotaging on afterthought. Afterthought. There is something called afterthought sabotage. Many of them were victims of this afterthought sabotage. I told them the day Ejiofor attacked me by praising that idiot in South Africa, did I not tell him that his end has come? Where is he today? Where is he today?
Gone.
What I'm telling you, the only thing I have said that has not happened yet is Biafra. Mark my word. When I said 150 days countdown, a lot of people fall by the wayside because after 150 days, they think that Biafra didn't come. They don't know that even before the 150 days completed, Biafra came. The so-called arrest of Simon Ekpa changed the agitation and the liberation of Biafra today. People don't know what that particular thing did in this struggle. Changed the whole thing. Any day
there is any attempt on Simon Ekpa, God will double the power. That's why whenever they attack me, I get stronger. That is my secret. And if they don't attack me, I will do something to provoke them. And the next thing I have done to provoke them is the 1 month lockdown of Nigeria institution in Biafra. I know that is going to provoke them to the highest. That's why you see them. When the Finnish and the Nordic countries ministers came for ECOWAS meeting, what they did was to start discussing Simon Ekpa. Asking Simon Ekpa, what is Simon Ekpa doing? And you think they're going to start telling you, okay, we don't have any problem. We don't have any. They will tell you something you want to hear. I will still be here. The next 2 months, the dynamics of the struggle will change. What I am fighting is a fight that every reasonable person must do for their people. And that is the sacrifice I have to make. Telling our people that they have the right to live, they have the right to fight a terrorist government, they have the right to defend themselves, they have the right to carry arms. When somebody with arms comes to kill you, you carry arms and kill the person back. In fact, kill the person first before the person kills you. That is the awareness I have created. It is not a crime anyway. Encouraging the people that they must defend themselves against the onslaught of the Islamic jihadist movement. That is the crime to these idiots in Nigeria. But like I said, I remain their end. I have not started though. Wait until after declaration. The Biafra people have given us the mandate. You know, the kind of mandate that we're giving to us. If I have nuclear bomb today, I will throw it on Aso Rock. Thank you.
Oh.
Did you hear what I said?
Yep.
If I get nuclear bomb today, I will detonate it in Aso Rock.
Wow.
Yeah, my PM, last but not the least. Pastor Mama, please let me ask the last question, but not the least. You know, when our PM said that he asked God for 1,000 men wisdom, people do not understand what he means. He told Mazen Namdekan that he is 50 men in one. Then calculate 1,000 men wisdom in 50 men in one. That is one person have 1,000. One person have 1,000. Calculate it to 50 person in one. You know, the wisdom is too much. In fact, he supersedes Solomon's wisdom for you to lead our people. Now, my question is this out here. How do you manage to sleep? Because every time you're in a meeting, you are engaged every single minute of the day. How do you manage to sleep? And when is the needed for you to come on the air to speak to us, you come to the air and speak to us. Even today, when they are doing this, their shenanigan propaganda that you have been arrested, this and that, they are. I told one of my friends, I said, leave all these people there. This is their propaganda. When they finish, they will shut up their mouth. So, my PM, please, how do you manage to sleep?
I don't sleep.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Fari, for coming with that question. Thank you so much.